What's up, guys? Miguel here from Torrance Tech. This is the brand new VSeeBox V6 Pro. And at the time of this recording, nobody has this thing on YouTube yet. VSeeBox reached out to me directly, gave me exclusive early access to the V6 Pro before launch. So today we're going to take first look at it together. Now, from what I've been told, this isn't just a cosmetic refresh. So the V6 Pro supposedly comes with upgraded hardware, newer Android 14 OS, and the upgraded CPU GPU setup, better playback stability, and improved responsiveness over the previous generation. So listen, instead of doing the slow motion unboxing, so I'm going to switch over to the top-down camera and we're going to start a timer and we're going to see exactly how long it takes to go from a completely sealed box to actually watching live content. No cuts, no edit tricks. You're going to see the entire process in real time, and once it's fully up and running, we'll come back, stop the timer, and go over everything else. The hardware, the software, the new upgrades, the remote, the interface, the ports, the playback quality, and whether the V6 Pro actually feels like a real upgrade over the other models. So with that being said, let me stop talking and let's actually test this thing. I'm going to switch to the top-down view and let's get this started. Let's do this. All right, here we go. We have the external monitor, we got the timer, we got the VSeeBox Pro. Let's set this up and get this ready. So we're going to attach the power supply to the monitor just because it needs it. And we're going to put it here on an angle so we could try to mitigate the glare. All right, we got that set up. All right, so I am going to cheat a little bit. I have batteries. I have 2 AA's and 2 AA's because I know it's going to raid. All right, let's stop talking. We're starting it. Let's unbox it. All right. Oh, shit. This thing's a lot smaller than last time. Hey, yo. Nice. Wow, that's a good first impression. Okay, so we have the power cord that we're going to need, the remote, and you know what? We will set up the antenna because we don't need the wire for this, just because this monitor needs a special HDMI, so we're going to simulate that. All right. Let's do the remote first. Aha, AA's. All right, let's plug in the monitor. Cool, we get rid of that. Unbox that. Okay, that's plugged in. Man, this thing is tiny. Holy crap. This is tinier than... Wow. All right, let me stop looking at it. This is absolutely perfect to like mount behind your TV. And it does come with... Anyway, all right, let's fix that. All right, let's plug in the HDMI. And the power. All right, and we got light. There we go. All right. Let's... This thing is tiny. Look, and a nice LCD screen on it. This thing really is tiny. All right, we got some sort of play. All right, we want English. Press and hold the buttons. These two buttons, I believe. Weirdly enough, I'm not sure why I'm pressing it because it just did. Cool. All right, United States. Actually, expand that a little bit. There we go. Time zone New York, network. We're going to do Wi-Fi. I could already tell that the interface is completely different. This whole setup is different than the V6 Plus. Hit agree. Okay. And there we have it. 5 minutes and 53 seconds, man. Oh, that is impressive. All right, we're gonna switch over. Okay, so let's take a look at the box. We have voice searching, the antenna, Bluetooth remote, which is also big because meaning you could hide the device and not have it to point to it. You get 4 gigabits of DDR3 RAM, you get 32 gigs of onboard storage, and you have 8K HDR coming now with Android 14, which is awesome step up. Let's take a look here at the side. Android 14, HEVC format, over-the-air upgrades. Over here we have Wi-Fi 2.4G and 5G. I believe this is Wi-Fi 6, and this is the 1 gig Ethernet port. Flip over here to the side. There is the Wi-Fi 6 certification, 4 gigs of RAM that we just went through, 32 gigs of ROM storage, the TF card input, and this is also an upgrade with the USB 3.0. I believe last iteration was USB 2.0. This is a nice upgrade to have. All right, so there's nothing here on the back. So the device itself, I mean, to me, it is tiny. I never had the V6 5 Pro. The initial shock of this, for me, tiny, but if you guys had the V6 5 Pro, it's probably going to come at no surprise to you, the size of this thing. So let's take a look at the bottom. Around the bottom, you get the ventilation on the bottom. You also get mounting hooks, which is pretty awesome. You know, this is great to mount in the back of a TV or the back of a monitor. Just gives you that flexibility to do that. Let's zoom in here a little bit. This is like a metal mesh here. I'm assuming this is a ventilation for heat dissipation. Let's start with the front here. So we got the V6 Pro 8K Ultra High Definition. This is an LCD screen. I know, I like how it's kind of hidden. Let me actually power it on so you guys can see what it looks like. You get a blue LED, you get the Wi-Fi signal, you get the time. Let's take a look around back. Pretty standard stuff. You get the gigabit LAN port, you get the AV in, you get the optical for sound, you get the HDMI out. Now this is an HDMI 2.1, I believe, out, which is awesome. And here around the sides, you have the TF port. So this way you can put an SD card to expand the storage. And then you get USB 1, USB 2, that's 3.0, which makes it even better because now you could connect external hard drives, anything you need to this at a faster rate. Pretty simplistic stuff. You got the antenna here over at the side. I like the fact the antenna is removable. Some of these devices do not come with a removable antenna. This is a nice touch, especially if you're going to use Ethernet. You could it just gives it a lower profile that you can now just mount somewhere without having to worry about the antenna. We'll screw the antenna in just so you get the full gist. So they moved this over to Android 14 tvOS, which is supposed to improve overall responsiveness, app compatibility, security, and long-term support. Now, internally, this thing is running the H618 chipset paired with an upgraded GPU over the older model. I mean, all that really means is that you're getting a faster menu navigation, better playback stability, smoother UI animations, and really hopefully less lag when jumping in between menus. This thing is definitely pretty snappy. Now, as far as memory and storage goes, you are getting 4 gigabits of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage, the dual band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth support, voice control, and 8K output with HDR10 plus. And let's be honest, most people are not really watching any type of 8K content all day, but all it means is that it's really improved the decoding and playback performance, especially with larger TVs. But again, that's really not the point of these boxes. The real question is really the experience and how smooth it feels. And so far, it has been excellent. Now let's take a look at the remote. The remote is pretty standard stuff. You have your programmable keys down here. On the back, you do get to program. It does allow you to program specific keys to go through it. So it is reprogrammable, which is awesome. I mean, this is kind of just your standard layout. I mean, the best thing about this remote is that it's Bluetooth and really the mouse button right here. And if you've had an Android box, you know exactly what I'm talking about, is that there's sometimes there are menu options that you just need a mouse button. Other than that, pretty standard layout, and the remote feels pretty good in the hand. All right, so let's get into final thoughts on this thing. All right, let's get into the final thoughts on the V6 Pro. The first thing I gotta say, this thing is tiny. Like, genuinely was not expecting it. So if you own the V5 Pro, the footprint is basically identical. So this won't blow your mind. But I'm coming in fresh. I mean, I'm looking at it and thinking pocket device. Pair it with your phone's hotspot, throw it in a bag, road trip, hotel, wherever. I mean, you got channels wherever you want to go. And it's like a portability media center. All right, now, so this thing is being sold as the refresh to the V5 Pro, and on paper, the upgrades are pretty real. So Android 12 jumps to Android 14 TV, which provides better app compatibility, smoother UI. Also bumped up to the 8K Ultra Plus HDR. Whether you actually ever hit 8K is a different conversation. So it does have the H618 chip with a better GPU, dual band Wi-Fi 6. I never had the V5 Pro to compare it side by side, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's twice as fast as the old one. What I can tell you is everything loads fast on this thing. No dragging, no waiting around. So a couple things that I noticed that were different from the other VC boxes that I used. Apps don't come pre-installed. You pick what you want from the home screen and the marketplace. And the marketplace itself has more options that I've seen in any other boxes, including the V6 Plus. Worth pointing out, now the setup time was the usual VC box experience. The 5 to 6 minutes, they have that down pat. Smooth UI, no weird hiccups. That part has not changed at all. Now, at the time making this video, it is coming in at $359. I believe you can order it for pre-order. If you use my code, that knocks 10% off. I believe it brings it down to $320, and I'll leave all that information down in the description with the code. Now, listen, as always, the magic with VC boxes is really the application that they run. That heat application is just choice. It is fine-tuned, it is perfect layout, and every single time I use that application, it's just a nice, smooth experience. The layout is beautiful, the connections are always great. On my experience, the connections have always been fast, and that's really the power with the VC box, is really those applications. So you really can't go wrong on whatever one you do choose, because those applications do come standardly installed. And listen, as always, if you have questions on the V6 Pro, drop them in the comments. I read every single one, and the comments end up shaping follow-up videos. So if there's something specific you want me to test or break down, that's where you put it in, and I'll choose them. Usually make a follow-up video every month about it. Shout out to VSeeBox for sending this one out as an exclusive, and that's it for this one. My name is Miguel from Torrance Tech. Take care, guys.